Now, please welcome on stage Mr. Tony Eid, who will present you a short video entitled, Working Against All Odds.
Hi, good afternoon. In fact, this video will play and will follow by a presentation for someone who makes the impossible possible, working against all the odds. So please play the video.
Many factors have contributed to Lebanon's dire situation. Apart from corruption, society was already reeling due to a chronic lack of job opportunities. An economy in tatters culminated into the October 2019 uprising. There were riots in the streets, bank deposits frozen, and the currency was rapidly devaluating. The ensuing downsizing or shutting down of companies has exacerbated the unemployment situation. Added to the government's lifting of subsidized goods in general, the most essential commodity, gas, scarce through piracy, became the greatest challenge to basic operations, a condition that was aggravated later through external conflict. Although the people battled intelligently the full fury of COVID-19, the worst-case scenario was still to come, one of the biggest explosions of all times, which shattered one of the smallest countries in the world.
Yet, through it all, the people's attachment to their country never wavered.
I will invite Mr. Imad Kreidieh,
the will to succeed,
Director General of Ogero, Lebanon, Chairman, to continue this presentation because he is the man behind keeping the IC sector in Lebanon operating.
Hi everyone. It's very difficult to come after Dr. Gideon and speak about telecommunication and technology. First of all, I'm utterly honored to be here in the presence of such a prestigious audience. My intervention today will not be about digital transformation, nor 5G, or metaverse, or regulatory framework. I'm here to talk about courage, commitment, and dedication. A tale of resilience and survival. My name is Imad Kreidieh, Chairman General Director of Ogero Telecom since 2017. Ogero is the executive arm of the Lebanese Ministry of Telecommunication, a public sector company in charge of the operation and maintenance of the fixed and broadband networks in Lebanon. It is said that when adversity strikes us in measured doses, it can bolster our resiliency. We gain the sense that we can cope with challenges. It increases confidence that we can manage future stresses. The questions are, what if the strikes are never ending? And your only defense is self-motivation? What if the doses are everything but measured, yet you remain ready for the overdose? What if every single morning you and your team question the organization's ability to sustain the provided services? In October 2019, Lebanon entered in a sequence of unprecedented dramatic events that brought this small nation to its knees. Civil uprising, count with me. COVID-19 lockdown, dangerous political and economic crisis, the country defaulted on payments. Fast and furious devaluation of the local currency that very quickly led to the depletion of the central bank reserves and inflationary spiral. Lebanese and foreign depositor lost a staggering $160 billion with commercial banks. The second largest blast in the world that shattered the country and took a blow at its critical infrastructure. Investment is reduced to almost zero. This is the story of a nation. This is the story of Lebanon. Consequently, 80% of Lebanese are clustered either on or below the poverty line, struggling to cope with exacerbating inflation. Purchasing power lost 93% of its value. Power company is only providing 2 hours of power out of 24 on a daily basis. Thieves and thugs started stripping telecom sites from generators, batteries, and other sellable parts. Lebanon started to lose its most important asset, its human capital, along with the performing companies. And the big impact is yet to come. Quite some adversities, don't you agree? I want you, leaders of the telecom industry, to take a minute and imagine you are in command. Imagine you have 4 million citizens depending on your organization. And you are the last resort for the sustainability of work, education, health, security, and whatever is left of business sustainability. Just imagine that all that remains in your hands are the sheer will and self-motivation of your team, their dedication and commitment to the people they serve. Psychologist Catherine Sanderson of Amherst College noted that people have tremendous ability to adapt to negative events. Once the initial shock wore off, we pulled together our resources and found new ways of being in the world and continued to exist. We did not go home like other public institutions. We challenged ourselves to find positive aspects of the events. We embraced creativity in problem solving. It's not easy to live in a country where you don't have power, and you need 24 megawatt every single day to power your switches and your electronic equipment to keep the people connected. We capitalized on our increased capacity for empathy and altruism. This was our main driver to survive, is because of the people of Lebanon, because of our customers. The customer became of a sudden not only a logo, the center of our interest, but he became our full interest. And that's what gave Ogero the possibility to continue. We are part of the last line of defense that prevents Lebanon from collapsing. We have even found ways to enjoy immense pleasures doing what we do under the circumstances. We laughed about it. It was difficult times. We changed shifts. We managed to cut our costs drastically, and we laughed about it. That which, Nietzsche said, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. The name of the game now is to stay alive. This is the story of Lebanon, and this is the story of Ogero, a company that generated in 2019 $500 million in revenue with a flabbergasting 70% EBITDA margin. Today, Ogero found itself indebted with more than 1 trillion 200 billion Lebanese pounds in debt. This is the story that we have to carry out. What we have done is a work of a team that believed in its nation and believed in the Lebanese people after all. Thank you.